My family is currently on a road trip across the United States, and we are trying to do this as low cost as possible. We just finished up our first full month of travel. Last month, I shared a video going over what our budget was, and in this video, I want to share with you what we actually spent for the month of February, and I'm also going to share with you what our new budget is for March. One of the great things about keeping a budget and keeping track of all of your expenses is you can really learn the best ways to save money and tweak your spending and really set goals and find ways to lower your expenses. And that is exactly what I'm doing while we're on our road trip, is just really trying to save as much money as possible. And this budget planner has really helped me do that. So let me go ahead and jump right into what I spent in February. I will tell you what I've learned and things that I'm going to be doing differently for the month of March. And then, of course, whether or not I stayed on budget. This is the Clever Fox budget planner that I use in all of my videos on budget planning. I love this budget planner. Let's look at my February budget first, and then I will go over all of my expenses. I love this budget planner so much because it's got like a calendar and goals, to-do list, and all of your bills. So one of the things I have to say before I get into this is we were planning this trip for a while, and in order to make this happen, we have very few bills. This is a full-time trip for us, and we got rid of almost everything. So everything you see here is all of our monthly expenses. We do not have any debt. We don't have a house or anything like that right now. We have some property in a camper and are making no payments on any of that. So that is one way that we are able to really save money. This is the more detailed part of the budget planner, and it has different categories like your home, food, healthcare, and so on. And so let's go over what my budgeted amount versus what I actually spent. Then the first category is home. So like we don't have house payments or utilities or anything like that right now. So under our home category for our road trip, I just put lodging, and I budgeted just $375, and we actually spent $289. We are trying to find really low cost or free places to stay on our trip. We are traveling in our Toyota Tundra and a rooftop tent with an annex. So we are basically tent camping, and that is saving us a lot of money on this road trip. We're not paying for hotels or Airbnbs, or we don't have an RV that we need to find places to park it. We are really able to do some boondocking, go off grid, and stay in just some campgrounds. I have been using the app iOverlander to find a lot of really great spots. The next category is food, and our grocery budget was $400 and eating out was $100. So for groceries, I actually spent $446, and eating out, we spent $48. I've never been to the Southwest before, and I did not realize how like sporadic towns were. Like if you see a town on Google Maps, it actually might not be an actual town, and there might not really be anything there. So basically, there are food deserts out here, and for this next month, I'm really going to plan groceries a little bit better, because like when you get into a town that only has like one grocery store and it's basically like a gas station, like food is very expensive. So I really feel for the people who live in these areas and like food desert areas, because not only do they not have a lot of options, but their food is really expensive. So shopping at a bigger name grocery store and planning that out a little bit better is going to save us money next month. Eating out, we usually don't ever eat out, but I did want to have some eating out experiences. And this $48 was just we stopped at one food truck, a Mexican food truck, which was delicious, just outside of Austin, Texas. And then we got some little snacks while we were at Big Bend National Park, like in their store, which were way too expensive, but it's okay. We had a $100 budget and we were like way under, so it's okay. And then healthcare, first aid kit, I wanted to add to that. I ended up not really adding much to it, but we've got Band-Aids, Neosporin, and all the very basic essentials. $17.21 is what I spent on there. Life insurance, this is my life insurance policy that I've had and talk about it on my videos. $28. So our healthcare total was $45.21. My husband and I go through healthcare.gov, and we have a $0 plan. So if you are lower income, check out healthcare.gov and see if you can get free or low cost health insurance. Next category is personal. Pet food, I budgeted $20, but we ended up not needing to get pet food. I do need to get that now because we just ran out of dog food, or about to run out of dog food. So I am going to have to get more dog food this month. We are traveling with a dog and a cat. Miscellaneous was basically just like toiletries and paper towels and stuff like that. I budgeted $80, and I ended up adding another category, laundry, which was kind of part of this miscellaneous, but I kind of wanted to keep track of that separately, is $22. I have a plan to save money next month, and I'm going to be doing another video on how we're saving money traveling full time, so stay tuned for that video. But subtotal budgeted $100, ended up spending just $42.35. Attractions, I budgeted $200, ended up spending $112.39. Thank you guys so much. Several of you guys recommended that I get a national parks pass, and I did that. It was $80 for a year pass, and it gets everybody in our vehicle into national parks for free. So we have kind of readjusted our plan a little bit to visit as many national parks as we can now, and that is going to save us so much money in the future. So I really appreciate that suggestion. You guys are awesome. And then the other stuff that we bought was just, we got a book while we were in Big Bend, and there was like almost no internet in Big Bend, so we ended up having to get a hiking like booklet. It was just like $4, but in the future we are going to plan better for not having internet before we go into a park, and like download stuff on our phone, so we didn't have to buy that hiking map. And then we got some park badges and some goodies in the gift shop. Next, transportation. This was the most expensive category, obviously. Our car insurance is $272. That's on two vehicles. We're driving a Toyota Tundra on this trip, and then we also have a Toyota Corolla at home. We have full coverage on both of these cars. And gas, I budgeted $500. We spent, right at $500. Next month, we plan to drive yet less and spend less. Maintenance, we needed to get new brake pads and have an oil change since we're driving so much. And to save money, my husband did those. It ended up costing $143 instead of the $120 that we had budgeted. He priced this from Amazon, but we're traveling, so it's kind of complicated to order anything from Amazon. So he just picked it up in an auto parts store, and it was a little bit more expensive than on Amazon. But we did go over budget in the transportation category. So our total budgeted amount that I wanted to spend was $2,120. We ended up spending $1,900. So we are under budget by quite a bit. $219 under budget. And then this is my favorite part about the planner, is this little color wheel where you can, each category, you just color in this wheel so you can kind of see like where you spent the most money in each category, and so you can kind of like make adjustments. I am happy with all of this, I guess, for right now, just because, I mean, we're traveling full time. Transportation is just going to be obviously the most expensive part of our trip. And then my biggest wins this month came in over $200 under budget. Lodging was way under budget, and this month I expect it to be even lower. And we were under budget in entertainment thanks to the National Park Pass. Did I achieve my goals this month? Yes, we had an amazing first month traveling through Texas. We did leave Texas on March the 1st, and we are going other places now. Did I meet my budget? Yes. And where did I have the most trouble, and what could I improve on next month? Gas and laundry. So something that I usually don't do with my, before we started traveling, just because I don't really spend any money, is this expense tracker. But this is a really cool part of the budget planner where you just write off every day what you spent, how much, and the category, and it just helps you keep track and really see where you can improve specifically. And then so let's just get into what our budget is now for March. And my goals is to utilize that National Park Pass the best that we can, and to go to some free or low cost museums. We need to fill up our propane tank, and these are our bills and my monthly bill calendar. Like I said, I don't really have any bills. So a lot of people asked about my phone service, and we paid a year up front for Mint Mobile, so I don't have a monthly phone bill. It comes out to $15 a month per line, and we've been super happy with it, even traveling. I mean, there's been some places where we don't have phone service, but nobody has phone service, so it hasn't been a Mint Mobile problem. So this month for lodging, my goal is to do $300 for places we stay, which comes out to about $10 a day. I actually think we can get it way under that, because we are going to be traveling through New Mexico and Arizona, and there is a lot of BLM land, which is public land that you can stay on. So I think we're going to be way under that. But, I still budgeted $300 in case there's a nice park we want to stay in or something like that. But we'll see. Propane, we got to fill our propane tank up. $25. We have a really big propane tank, and this $25 will last us definitely the rest of our trip. And then groceries and eating out, still $400, $100. And I told you I have plans to stick to those budgets a little bit better. Healthcare, still have my life insurance thing, that's the same. This category, pet food, $30, because I am going to have to definitely get pet food this month. Laundry, $20, and miscellaneous toiletry and stuff is $40. So our subtotal is just $90. Attractions, I kept it at $200, but between the park pass and trying to find free low-cost museums and stuff, I don't think we'll spend this much. But I want to make sure that we're having fun if we want to and we don't miss out on anything. So I kept it at $200, but I honestly expect it to be under that. And then transportation, car insurance still $272. Gas, I put at $400. We're going to try and do a lot less traveling this month because, last month we were really trying to get out of the cold weather because we are tent camping. But we're already down here in the Southwest and it's warm, so we don't have to travel so far so fast. Maintenance, I don't expect us to have to do anything. Everything seems to be good with our truck, and we're ready to go and drive, put some miles on it. So our subtotal for there is $672. which puts my total budgeted amount this month at $18.15. And then I will fill all of this out at the end of the month, and I already started filling out my expense tracker for the month, and I'll come back and share with you guys what I actually ended up spending.